everybody. This is Dr. Ariel Ross with Rooted Physio and Performance. Today I'm going to be going through a self-mobilization technique for the hip using a couple common, maybe not common, but common for yogis, props. So I'm going to be using a yoga strap. I'm also going to use something heavy that I can put the yoga strap around. So for me, I have a kettlebell here. It's about 40 pounds. And then I have my yoga mat. Also, a pillow is helpful for this. I have my yoga blocks set up as a pillow. So this technique is to help mobilize the front of the hip. So a lot of times people come to me and say that they feel like they're getting stuck in the front of the hip, or they go to get up and it feels like almost something gets caught. That sensation can be common, especially in women or in athletes who are doing a lot of deep hip flexion. So a lot of child's pose and things like that. Also people who are squatting, end range squatting, they can kind of feel like almost like their hip gets pinched. So if you feel like you're one of those people, this is a perfect technique for you. So what we're gonna do is create a loop, a long loop around the kettlebell. So I just looped the strap through the kettlebell, should keep it pretty sturdy. And then I want this to remain pretty long. So I'm gonna tie it off right about there. And then I'm gonna move it so that the metal part is nowhere near where I'm gonna put it around my leg. All right, next you're gonna come down. Just be careful you don't knock over your kettlebell and let it be on the ground. And you're gonna hook that strap right around your hip crease. And you gotta kind of get deep in there. And then notice, you can put your foot on the kettlebell to kind of keep it steady. And then just notice here, with that pressure of the strap, you might not really feel much at first, but now we're gonna start to mobilize the hip a bit. So your knee is gonna try to come towards your chest. And as you do that, you'll feel the strap pulling in a downward direction. So you want the strap to be angled down towards the floor slightly. You can hold here, you can move through that range of motion a few times. Kind of going through the full arc of motion if that feels good. Or you can hang out just at the end range and do smaller movements. You should feel a pretty big stretch going through in the hip. You can also go a little bit to the side or rotate your hip out. So finding a little bit of external rotation with this same type of glide. And then you could do internal rotation. So now the knee's coming in, or moving up the knee. You might have to reposition the strap as you move more. You can also, if you want something a little bit more passive, you can hold the knee into the chest. And then just try to breathe and allow your body, the rest of it, to relax, feeling that nice deep stretch through the hip. And then slowly relax out of it. Take the strap off. Notice how that hip feels. Maybe it feels a little bit more open. Hopefully it does. Shouldn't hurt at all when you're doing anything like that. Okay, so that was a self-mobilization technique. It really helps to get into a little bit deeper hip flexion, which is the ability to bring your knee or your thigh towards your chest. So I hope you all enjoyed that. And until I see you all again, peace.